Look at this. Watch. This old thing right here is going to help you guys catch a lot of crappie. This old thing right here. Okay, this is cedar wood. Cedar is a hard wood, but the problem is it floats. You see that? It floats. So what we're going to have to do, we're going to have to dog this bad boy down with a cinder block. Okay, I'm going to show you how I do that. This is how I catch crappie every time when I go out. Okay, some of you guys say, oh man, you fishing on private lake. Listen, I stage the crappie. I put in the work to make sure the crappie hold at my spot. Okay, and I'm going to show you step by step how I do that. Okay, look, if you don't mind, it's 95 degrees and I'm sweating. I had one subscriber back when I started about a year. This was 11 plus years ago. Oh, Cam, everything on YouTube is free, man. Listen, guys, when you have a creator that does what you like, if you like his material, support him. Hit that thumbs up button, share his videos. The thumbs up button helps YouTube with algorithms. Okay, so it puts this material in front of other people who like this same type of material that you like. Okay, so support him by that. It has no monetary value whatsoever. Just hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to his channel. I'm a small channel, so help me grow by hitting that subscribe button. I'd appreciate it a lot. And also share it with all your friends all around the world. That means a lot to these creators, because one thing that you cannot get back, and that's time. And let me tell you something, it takes a lot of time to create channels. I've been doing this almost 12 years now. Okay, so 12 years have gone by, I can't get that back. So when you're sitting on the sofa and you're watching these creators' videos, show them love, man. Support these guys. Okay, moving forward. Let me show you what I got. You guys see these piles right here. I collected these in the fall and over the winter, and I'm picking cedar trees, okay, that I've compiled over the years. Okay, these are cedars right here. The reason why I use cedar, because it's a hardwood and it's dense, but it floats. It gives me one problem: it floats. These are the type that I'm looking for, like this. We're going to create some crappie condos, high-rise condos, to keep the crappie on our point. Okay, I want one with a lot of branches. Come on over here, let me show you. And I want to say thank you guys so much for the love and support. Listen, get yourself something cold to drink. I introed myself. For those people that don't know me, my name is Cam with Cam's Crappie Hole YouTube Fishing. And all we do is specialize in panfish. Okay, that's all we do. Okay, with regular household items that you have around the house in your backyard. Look, an old cinder block. Look at that old cinder block. Okay, and look, I found some old string. Old string. I got to tighten that knot down a little bit. Okay, let me show you how I did that. Okay, this old cedar, it floats, but it's a dense wood. I don't care if it does or not. Listen, you got old string around the house, old rope, just pick it up and use it. These relatively cost nothing. Cinder blocks, found this one in the backyard. Tie it down, okay? Dog it down the way you choose to do it. Look at this one, okay? Look, found some more old rope. Now look, when you sink this in your spot, look how it's going to look. Now you can't tell me that, again, year after year, it holds crappie. So when I pull up, guess what? Yank! This is how I do it. Now, the downside about it, it doesn't cost me any money to do it. The downside is, when you get hung with that diesel bill hook, which is, by the way, you got to check out that diesel bill hook and our nasty bin hook, okay? They get hung on there, you got to know how to remove it. So if you're running long rods, all you got to do is reel all the way down, you'll feel it, and just back it right out. But that's going to hold crappie, without a doubt. Look at this one. Okay, that's going to hold crappie. I'm going to trim it down because I know I'm dropping in 6 feet of water. Look at the rope so you guys can see. Listen, it doesn't cost anything. I had to go buy a couple of extra cinder blocks, which cost $2.50. That's it. Okay, this is free. The rope is free. I found that in the backyard. I'm going to trim this down to about 4 feet, 3.5 feet. Now remember, I want you to remember this. When you put this out in that water right there, it becomes public. Anybody can fish it. When you put your structure down there, it becomes public. It's not yours no more. Anybody that has sonar or live scope, they can fish it, because it's going to hold crappie. Okay, I'm going to get set up and I'm going to show you how I did that. I'm going to use this one right here, a pair of scissors and some old rope. You see it right there. So sit back and relax, guys. I'm just going to give you notes. Well, Cam, how are you catching crappie like this? Guys, I'm getting ready to show you. Okay, it's very simple, ABC 1, 2, 3 type stuff. Cam, on my channel, listen, when you subscribe to my channel, if you think that I'm doing something difficult, unsubscribe. It's that simple. Okay, but I need for you guys to help me to grow my channel because I'm trying to hit 100,000. I want a plaque. So I think we're bumping now, we're bumping 35,000 subscribers right now. So I'm just a small channel. All right, so I need some love and I need some help from you guys to help me do this. I'm gonna sit in the chair so I can talk to you face to face, okay? And then I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna do this particular one and how easy it is. Then I'm gonna show you the drop. Okay? Hey, look, old rope. Even if the rope is dry rotted, it doesn't matter. All you're gonna do is just sink it in the center block, and I promise you, it'll stay. Okay? So I'm gonna turn this up the way that I want it. Okay? Which I want this sticking up just like this. And listen, you don't have to be no professional how to tie knots and all that stuff. You don't have to do all that. You just put it on there the way that you want it to stay. That's all you have to do. I'm going to wrap this bad boy around a couple of times. Okay? Get a little bit more room there. And you can turn the center block the opposite way, however you choose to do it. That's up to you. Pull that back through. We're going to tighten it down a little bit. Looks like we had a knot that was holding us. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. That's what we're looking for. Nice and snug. So it stays right there. Make sure. Make it stay. That's what we're looking for. There you go, Cam. See, guys, look. If I can do this, you guys can do this. If I can do this, believe me. Let me tell you something. If I can do this, you guys can do it. Just tinker with it. There ain't no right or wrong way to do it. Okay? This right here will let us catch crappie for the next couple of years. There ain't no right or wrong way to do it. You get out there and you just try. The only thing that beats a failure is a try. Look at that. All right, so next, guys, is the drop. That's it. Look, old rope, center block, you probably got these in your backyard, and cedar tree. I chopped this down a couple of years ago, and we're in business. And I'm gonna show you guys how I drop it. Look, that's simple. Man, let me get myself together. Let me get cleaned up so I can sit down and talk to you guys. Again, you've heard me say this on one of my videos. Guys, on TikTok, please be patient with me. We're trying to open up TikTok shop. We're working on it. We're trying. Meanwhile, I'm downloading all of my intel from YouTube over to TikTok. It's gonna take me a while because I got 3,000 plus segments and I have to do them maybe 5 or 10 a day. So just be patient with me and I'm working on it. You guys are showing me so much love on TikTok. I don't know what that's about, but I get a lot of love. Okay, let me say this to you guys. One thing that before we get to the drop, I want to tell you guys this. This is so important. If you decide to do your own high-rise condos, crappie flats, or whatever you decide to do, to ensure that you hold the crappie on your spot, this is important. It's easier to expand where crappie are already living, okay, versus try to create a place for them to live. So if you know that they're on drop off, a 6-foot drop off, 7-foot drop off, whatever your magic number is on your lake that you always catch fish at, and you know your spot, expand it by dropping more. It's going to be difficult to just create. You're going to have to do maybe 15, 20 of these if you want them to come, and they still may not come. So it's easier to find a spot where you are catching at and just expand it. Okay, stay right there. Just expand it. Add 5, add 6, add 7. The next year, add another 6, add another 7. Stay in that area. Okay, that way crappie will always be assured that they're there, and whenever you go, you'll catch fish. Okay, so let's get to the drop, guys. It's hot. Please do me that favor, hit that subscribe button like I said before. And if you guys need to reach out to me, remember, we have our own finance company, 2 of them, Afterpay and ShopPay. So you guys can set up our finance your entire cart. We got over 170 different rod and reels. Matter of fact, one of our customers just told me, Cam, it's so much stuff, it's overwhelming what you got. And I agree with you. Sometimes I get, customers, I do orders over the phone, Cam. I don't like dealing with, computers. I want to call you, I don't want to talk to you. I can take your order over the phone. I do that for a lot of people all across the country for the last 10 years. Okay, so my point is, I kind of know where everything is in the store. Sometimes I get lost, okay? But listen, without further ado, guys, let's get ready to do the drop. Sit back and enjoy it. Like I said, if you like this material, hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe to make sure that you get my new videos when I get ready to release more in the future, so you have the notification. All right? The key thing is, I want you guys to remember, number one, always drop your structure where fish are already present. Okay, it takes a whole lot more work to create a new housing complex than it is to where they're already existent at. Okay, so I'm just going to drop these total of 4, and I want you guys to remember this. Always remember this: you're on water. So when you're getting ready to do your drop, I'm going to take markers with me, because on the sonar I'm going to be able to see exactly where I want to drop. Okay, and just as fast as you run over it, it can disappear. So I'm going to throw down the markers, and then I'm going to come back, and then I'm going to drop each one. And even when I'm dropping, I have to take my time, pick it up, lower it over the boat, and drop it. Okay, you want to make sure all the branches and everything are clear of your camera, and of course of you, clothes, everything else. Because I'm telling you, one little snag, you're over the side. It takes a little bit of time. Okay, remember, you're on water, so slow everything down 150%. Okay, so let's get started. There we go. That's what I was looking for right here. That's what I was looking for. That's what I was looking for right there. All right, drop that marker there. Okay. And then this becomes a flat right in here. This is what I'm looking for. That's flat. Marker. First I'm going to locate some fish. Let's locate some fish first. There we go. There we go. This is what we're looking for. This is what we're looking for. There's that drop off right there. I'm going to come back and I'm going to show you guys exactly what I'm talking about, okay? So you'll be able to see it on the screen. Okay, that's what I'm looking for. That's exactly what I'm looking for. We got one marker right there. Okay, we'll take that one. Come over this way. Come up here. I'll drop another marker. Here, bingo. Okay. Where we want to be. Alright, so we're waiting for it to be a flat. I want it to be flat before we drop. I want it to be flat. And you always want to drop where fish are already located. Okay? Now I'm on a flat right here. Now I'm on a flat. Bingo. Alright, so that's 3. We gotta drop one more. 1, 2, 3. We gotta drop one more. You know what? I'm gonna leave this marker right here. I'm gonna leave that marker right there. And I'm gonna let you guys see me drop this one right here. Let me put the paddle in the boat. We're gonna drop this one right here. Let me see if I can turn you a little bit. There you go. All right, let me see if I can get this one. 3, 2, ready, go. Bingo. Got that one. I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna show you what it looks like. But right now, let's continue to drop. Bingo. Perfect. Take our time. All right, take our time. No rush. Make sure you get your balance. Okay, let me turn the motor one more time. Bingo. That's where we want to be. And all I'm gonna do is just pick this bad boy up. I'm gonna throw over the marker, okay? We're gonna throw over the marker. 3, 2, ready. Seems to be that was ready. There you go. We're gonna hit another one, which is right in front of it. Let me get it ready. Listen, take your time. Don't rush. That's the last thing you want to do is rush. Take your time. All right, I'm going to pick this one up. Grab it. And remember, I'm right by electronics, so you got to take your time. Okay, let me go forward just a little bit. I want to make sure that I clear the marker when we drop. Camera. Sock came off. See what I'm talking about? Sock came off, but we're in good shape. We're in good shape. Let me get the sock. Got everything? Yep, we got everything. We just lost the sock. See, that's what I'm talking about. Let me get the sock. Little stuff like that. Little stuff like that. It happens so quick. Let me get the sock. Got the sock. They call it a dead cat, but all right, let's go get one more. It happens quick, and I hope that I'm going to show that on camera so you guys can see that. That's the whole advantage, is taking your time and slowing down. Now we're going to get one more. Let me pull you guys up. There's a flat right there. That's a flat right there. I'm going to come over this way a little bit. That's a flat right there. There we are. That's where we want to be. That's where we want to be, right there. All right, I'm going to take my time. Let me stand up a little bit. I'm not going to push. I'm going to drop again, okay? I'm going to drop. Make sure everything's clear. That's it. That's it. Okay, just a reminder, you can see the markers out there. We got one that we dropped over there between the first and second one that we didn't mark. We just put it in there. All right, so listen, let's get over here. I'm going to get on the screen and I'm going to show you guys. Remember, when you're doing this, please slow down. I'm telling you, slow down. And me notwithstanding. All right, so we're just going to ride over here and we're going to take a look. Generally, the fish will move in about 30 minutes. They start paying mortgage. All right, so here we are. We're coming up on the markers. This is Crappie Point. I film about 80% of my videos right here. So next summer I chose that cedar wood because that cedar wood is dense. Even though it floats, the cinder block's going to take care of that. All right, we're coming up on it. You can see it's starting to go from 10 feet. Look at that. 9 feet. You can see fish at the top already. That's not my structure, but you can see them there. Right off of that drop off. You see them right here? Right off of that drop off at 5 feet. Okay? Look, you can see them right off of that drop off right there. You see them. Okay, now we're coming up on the structure. Coming up on the structure. Man, it's hot. Super hot. I'm sweating big time. It's on the other side of the marker. Uh-oh. Let's go catch this other one. Look at, always pay attention to, you remember I told you 5-6 feet is what I'm looking for. Look at that, there they are. There's the structure right there. Look, see it? That's the structure. There's the marker. There's the structure right there. There it is, see that? All right, so in about 45 minutes, let's go over here and look at this one. Let's go over here and look at this one. Look, you guys see that? There's the structure right there. There they are. And it's sitting right on the drop off. Watch, it's gonna start dropping off. See it? 5 feet, going down 6 feet, you see them right there. They're sitting right on that drop off. And the reason why they use those drop offs, they ambush. Bait fish come by. End of story. All right, we got one more, that one over here that we didn't put a marker with. So when I come here spider rigging, I automatically know I'm supposed to be catching fish. You can see them clustered all up. All right, so watch. We're going to go all the way from 9 feet up to 5 feet. Remember, I already fished it. I've been fishing this spot for a long time. Watch this. Watch this. 6 feet. 6 feet. 5 feet. Right on the flat. Watch this. There it is. There it is, right there. There it is. Right there on that flat. And also I dropped some trees over here too. Remember I told you I wanted it on a flat, right? That's the one, when I say a flat, that's a flat. Okay? Guys, I hope that you enjoyed. Look at this. Look, they're still there. See that? Right there. Hope you enjoyed this segment. I'm out here, I work hard doing this. I'm finna get ready to pull the markers up. There's one of my buddies right there. And hit that subscribe button. I appreciate it. We're 93 degrees today. I'm sweating. And share my video, guys. I appreciate that. I've been doing this now. I'm working on 12 years. Come 2026, April. And you know, it's a small channel. If you want to show monetary support, guys, I have the largest e-commerce crappie store in the world. I'm gonna go ahead and start pulling these markers up. This is your boy Cam from Cam's Crappie Hole. Until next time, keep those hooks wet, keep those lines tight, and we'll see you on the next turn. Yank! How to port from between the two largest e-commerce crappie and panfish stores in the world, okay? Without having to put in your URL and do all that stuff. Okay, you see that red banner down at the bottom? It's either at the top or it's either at the bottom, okay? Right now I'm on camscrappiehole.com. You can see the slideshow going on, okay? I'm going to show you two things: how to port between both of our stores with just one click of a button. Then I'm going to show you how to sign up for our email list, which is very, very simple, and all this stuff is free, okay? So again, I'm on camscrappiehole.com right now, right? You see that red banner right there? All you got to do is just click it. When you click that red banner, look, I'm at Cam's Crappie Combos. On Cam's Crappie Combos, if you want a pole just for your favorite rod, for your favorite reel, or you need a reel for your favorite rod, okay? You just pop right over to Cam's Crappie Combos, okay? We have more selection of kits in Cam's Crappie Combos as well. Look, there's that red banner again. You see that? Okay, so to click back to camscrappiehole.com, look, click that red banner. Boom, you're right back at camscrappiehole.com. Okay, now, to sign up for our email list, we send out discount codes that are time sensitive. We send them out probably 2 or 3 times a week. So it's free. It's worth your while to go into our store and just put in your email address and just punch enter. Okay, camscrappiehole.com, the same thing applies to Cam's Crappie Combos. Go all the way down to the bottom when the store opens up. You see that? This is just the first page. Right there, right above that last video, you'll see this right here. Let me see if I can put it up there. All you have to do is, it says sign up for our mailing list. Just put in your email address and then press that red block. Boom, that's all you have to do. Okay, for Cam's Crappie Combos, look, let's go back to Cam's Crappie Combos. There's that red banner at the top again, right? You see that? Scroll all the way down to the bottom. Look, all the way down to the bottom, and it says subscribe to our mailing list. All you have to do, guys, put in your email address right there in the yellow and hit subscribe. Simple as that. Let's get to the video.